Hey, I know it's a little late for a live video, but I was across the street. My church is across the street, so I ran over. And look at all this cool Halloween fabric. Oh, they're closing in an hour and you're already telling me? Okay, I'm gonna get my husband to do this for me. Say hi.
Hi.
Here, I gotta get fabric for brownies. Look at Halloween though, look at this. Okay, here, I'm gonna give this to you so I can go get. I need to show them what notions are because Tina said she had to Google what semen was.
Mm-hmm. Am I still filming?
Facebook Live.
Oh. Okay.
Let's see. I need fabric for brownies. Yeah. Would be cool. Let's see. Something little girls would like, pretty much anything. I'm looking for, if you've seen it with cupcakes. Okay, here we go. Because that's what they always all want. There's only a little bit, let's see. We'll get this one. Because there's not enough on this one. That may work. Okay, here, I'll take that one.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, this is the one I like. So here, let's do this one. I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, instead of that other one. Okay, here, let me go over to the notions. That's why I came here. Okay, here. I'm gonna...
Facebook Live. Nice. Yellow.
$200.
Mm.
Wow. Okay. So let me show you what I use. This stuff, this is more for like belts and rings and stuff like that if you're doing a belt. I don't use that too often. Let's see. I'll show you what I use. There's these little things here, the eyelets. If you need to make something that you're gonna lace through or do a string it through, like a shoestring or corset or something like that. Let's see, what do I use? This is, if you want your buttons to match your fabric, these are buttons that you would cover. So you would take these and you cover them with fabric to create your own buttons. Hooks go on the back of a dress or a top or pants or anything like that. Hooks, all the hooks are here, all the snaps are here, just depending on what size you want. Here are all the little snaps. So there's a whole thing of snaps here. At the bottom, down here they have, this is boning, and so it would go inside like just fancy dresses, or just like it is here, dresses or corsets or anything like that. It makes it stiffer, so it stands up better. Okay, and this, my aunt was just asking me what was horsehair braid. Horsehair braid goes in the hem to help the hem sort of stand out so it's not so flat. So you'll see that in a lot of just social gowns and a lot of social dresses. It gives the fabric some shape, or the hemline of it some shape. Let's see what else I use. These are tracing wheels. For if you have a pattern and you need to transfer the markings onto your fabric, you would get a tracing wheel and tracing paper. And the tracing paper works sort of like carbon paper. So you would use the tracing paper with the tracing wheel to transfer your markings. And at Joanns, we never buy anything unless it's on sale. Let's see. these are all the seam rippers. Oops. All the seam rippers are up here. So yeah, someone asked me, what do you use a seam ripper for? So you use it if you make a mistake or you need to adjust something. You use this to remove your stitches. That's what the seam rippers are for. This is a seam ripper and it has a needle threader with it. And so basically there's a little wire loop, you stick it through the needle, put the thread in the loop here and then pull it back through the needle. So this helps you thread your needle. But I don't think I would use it. Okay, here are all my marking pens. These are disappearing ink. Some of them are water soluble, meaning that you just wipe it off with a little water and it goes away. So there's a multitude of ones. For the most part, I just use this one, the disappearing ink. And then I also have this one that has both the disappearing ink and the water soluble, so that I can make whatever markings I need to on fabric and it goes away. Here are tape measures. This is, I don't even know what they call it. I used to call it stitch witchery. Basically, it's fusible. So you would press it. Some people use it to press up a hem or something. You put it in your hem and you press it, and so it would hold your hem in place. Or if you're doing appliques or something, it helps hold it into place for you. This would be a temporary fix for a hem for me because just hem it. Okay. And then this is it's called what's the proper name? A point turner and a seam creaser. So when kids are making pillows or they're going to make aprons on Monday, anything like this helps you get a sharp point. So if you sew something and you have a point, then you put this in and it helps you make that point. And then the rounded end just helps you ease out your seams some, to sort of crease your seams. There's chalk you can use to mark onto fabric. What else do they have down here? They have all these kind of rulers and stuff. I don't actually have dressmaker rulers. I just use regular rulers. I might actually get one since I have like 50% off coupon. Okay, so these are all the rulers that you could get here. This contains like this. So those would be all the rulers and stuff. Here you go into all your needles and pins. So all of these are all of these. Just say hi, whoever that is. I don't know who it is, but hi.
Hello. Rollins.
You don't have to speak into it like you're okay. So all of these are hand needles. Okay. And some of them come with a needle threader for you. Same thing. You put this through your needle, put the thread in this little wire thing, and pull it through. So these are all would be all the different size hand needles. Some of them are bigger for embroidery needles. Let's see. They have thimbles. If you're pushing, you need to push your needle through something that's really like it's too hard for you to push it through. You put the thimble on the end of your finger so you can protect your finger to pull it through or push it through. Let's see. All of these are pin cushions, obviously. Let's see. The one I have is magnetic. I don't think they have them. They have a different kind. So they have this, and it's the same thing. It's still a magnetic ones. The ones I use are just a little bigger. But this one's magnetic. It's $14.99. I would never pay $14.99. There's always a 50% off coupon somewhere you can get it.
Mr. Rollins says Chicago is watching. I'm just trying to learn to sew. This is helpful. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Miss Rollins.
All right, and then all of these are pins you would use. So if you just need, when you start sewing, you need to be able to pin your pattern or pin something to your fabric. That's what all of these are for. And they have like all the little fancy ones. I don't know if these are any different. It looks like they have different little designs on them. That's all. So I always just use. I like the longer ones. Let's see if they have them. Yeah, these are a little bit longer, and I use the ones with the ballpoint on it just because it's easier for me to use. Like these little dressmaker pins, these little things get on my nerves. The head is too little, and I always end up sticking myself with these, or they get lost, and I like to be able to see it. So I get the ball ones. That way it's a little bigger, and I can see it. And because I sew a lot with kids, these are better for me than these here, because they'll get hurt with those. It's too little.
So no to those.
Right, yeah, no, I don't, no to these. Yeah. Even though it says dressmaker pins, I don't use these. Yeah. I would use the ball pins, okay? Okay. someone actually asked me what a safety pin was. These are all safety pins. And they have, I guess, these are, for diapers they have. So these would be all the different size safety pins. So here's the difference. I guess someone didn't know. This is a safety pin. It closes versus a straight pin, which does not close. So this would be more almost like a needle with the end onto it.
That we don't use.
Right. Versus a safety pin, which you close. So that's the difference. And then here are all of your bobbins that you would use, and it would just vary based upon your machine. For the most part, they're all pretty kind of standard. So I use, like if I was going to get bobbins, I'd probably get like this one, and like here it says, okay, if you look at your machine, like this says class 12, 66 bobbin. So that's the size of the bobbin you need. But on your sewing machine, there's a manual and it'll tell you what size bobbins are suitable for your machine. But like I said, they're kind of standard. So I use both metal and plastic bobbins. Really doesn't matter. They both work for my machine. Just that for the most part, if I'm doing something with kids, I'll take the metal ones because they drop them on the floor and they get broken. Let's see. Here's a case for your bobbin if you want it. So there's this one, a bobbin ring. You could put bobbins in here. It's whatever you want to use. I use this one. I think because it closes and it's easier for me when I'm traveling. So I use this one, but then they also have this one. And let's see. Okay, here are all your sewing machine needles. So these are different from the hand needles. So these are specifically for your sewing machine. And just as the bobbins, it will tell you what it's suitable for. So this will say Singer 14. These are size 14 needles. 14 is the standard size needle. This one's ballpoint, and ballpoint it would be more for like lighter weight or knit fabric. That's fine. So like a universal, lightweight to medium weight. Okay. So this is a universal needle, lightweight to medium weight. Size 11, that's still for something smaller. You would want a size 14 just for basic sewing. 16, like the lower the needle, the lighter the fabric. So once you get up to like size 16, you could do that for like heavy denim or leathers or something like that. Looks like they're kind of out of needles. Let's find, I don't really see a 14. Here's a 14. It's a ballpoint, which is, you could still use it for that, but ballpoint for the most part I use with knit fabrics. But you would want to look for a size 14. If you're just sewing this fabric here, just basic cotton fabric, you need a size 14 needle. 14 is the average size needle. Let's see what else. I think that is it. So here are all the little sewing kits. I think this is what Tina bought. She bought this and she didn't know what any of this was. So she said, I had to Google it. I didn't know what it was. Okay, Joanns is having some fun in here. I think that is it. This is all. This is just pretty much everything that's down there. This looks like it might just be the Joanns brand because it's the price is less. Let's see if there's anything here that wasn't there. Here's another seam ripper. This is a sewing gauge, which is basically, they're so loud in here trying to scare people. It's just think of it as just a smaller little ruler, basically is what it is. Let's see. They have elastic here, but then for the most part, I don't buy elastic in the package. It ends up costing more, and maybe if you don't use a lot, then it's okay. But I buy it by the yard. You come out price-wise better if you buy it by the yard, and that is down here. Should be over here. So like this, they have all the elastic over here that you could buy by the yard. So I would buy it that way. Same thing with Velcro. I don't buy prepackaged Velcro. Sometimes you might find it for $1 a package, and that would be okay. But then same thing with Velcro. You purchase that by the yard. And they have sew on, or you glue it on. I mean, what do you call it? Tape on? Yeah, or tape on. I guess you would use that more for home stuff or whatever. Like you wouldn't want to use the sticky back on anything you're gonna sew, because even if you think, oh, I can put it there just to hold it in place for me until I sew, this glue is gonna get stuck into your needle and it's gonna cause problems. So when you're sewing, use the one
kit or pattern paper?
I don't know what tack it is either. What's that? Let me see it.
Tack kit.
And pattern paper. They might not have pattern paper here. Let's see. I know what they mean, to like make your own patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm assuming that's what they are. I don't know if they have that here. Let me look. They have that. I've seen that downtown. I don't think Joanns.
Pattern paper?
Yeah, like to make your own patterns. I'm assuming that's what they are. This is probably, and it would look similar to this, so something like that maybe you could use because it has the lines on it. I have not seen that at Joanns. Oops. I don't think they have that here. Let me see.
Assistance needed in yarn. Assistance needed
They
in
don't have
yarn.
it. I'll ask at the counter if they have it. I don't think they do. I've never seen it here. I've only seen it like downtown at Mike Levine. So you may have to order because not a lot of people make their own patterns. Downtown, you have a bigger assortment and you have a lot of designers who go there. So you would have paper there to make your own patterns. But I have not seen it at Joanns. But if I find out they have it here, I'll let you know in the comments.
Assistance needed in needles.
Okay, we're going to sign off.
Assistance needed in
Our daughter's coming over here so we can get something to eat. Right? That's what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you guys have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.